into the online broadcast network, Afterbuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. Afterbuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yeah. Oh no.
This is our Survivor Series team, y'all.
Yeah, this is not Baywatch. This is not Nitro.
I wish.
This is a Survivor Series theme song from the late 80s / early 90s. What's up, everybody?
We're getting ready for our Survivor Series elimination match. It's Team Raw versus, are we taking on NXT and SmackDown?
Let's bring it.
Let's do it.
Let's bring it. The four of us right now. Kathy's our valet.
Mark,
We'll make it
bring
happen.
in Christian.
Yeah, bring them all in.
Yeah.
You're the gobbledygooker.
What? No. What?
It's you. You're the one.
Carlo, you're the gobbledygooker.
Don't tell me 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 you're the gobbledygooker.
I'm not telling you.
To be fair, your ring attire
You're showing us you're the gobbledygooker.
Your ring attire.
Unmasked.
He wears the same mask.
It's the same blue mask.
He doesn't.
It's the same blue mask.
It looks nothing.
He's gonna come out popping
doesn't.
and lock him.
If it looks like the gooker and smells like the gooker, it's the gobbledygooker.
Don't tell us you're the gobbledygooker.
The gobbledygook pop.
That's what Main Jane said. He goes, pah.
Poop pop.
He's so disgusted.
For every wrestling fan watching this under 25, you have no idea what we're talking about.
Don't tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
I feel like I have to be shocked every time he says it.
Oh no! That's it?
I still
Months
remember.
of build up for that?
I still remember being so angry as a kid when he hatched out the egg, and I was
honestly,
like, "What?"
What did you expect was going to come out of the
Imagine what
egg?
Hector Guerrero felt
It
like.
was such a good Survivor Series. That was like the best one.
It was gonna be Sting, guys.
It was going to be Sting.
The best of times, it was the blurst of times.
It's going to be Sting.
Welcome everybody to the Monday Night Raw Go Home Survivor Series after show. This is all of us here. Kathy Kelly is in New York for the week. She is co-hosting along with Sam Roberts on his Sirius radio show. So make sure you listen to that. It's a great show. Sam's awesome. Obviously, you know him. He's really big in wrestling. Gets a lot of big guests, and Kathy's going to be co-hosting all week.
And some small ones.
And some small ones. Probably some small guests. So, tune in. Check it out. Let's do this, guys. I'm at Jay Quasto. That gentleman right there. You see him here every week. You also see him every week on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. He is the first progenitor of hyper-optimism. Find him on Twitter at Ty Matthews PMA. It's Ty Matthews.
It's a very important distinction to make that I'm the first one.
Yes.
I'm the first one. But that may be redundant. And there may only be one progenitor. I don't know. We're talking semantics. It's fine.
That's very, very true.
It's
A lot
fine.
of big words, mate.
You know.
And that man right there, you've seen him a lot recently. You could also see him on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. He's a former Melbourne City Wrestling champion. He is the owner and operator of the Vicious Pursuit Pro Wrestling Academy in Australia. He is the first and best student of Lance Storm. Find him on Twitter at Carlo Cannon. He is Carlo Cannon, mate!
Hi.
You also saw him at the 1990 Survivor Series?
Gobbledygooker.
Tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
This is such a bad start already.
This is the best stuff.
Probably the best start of all time.
We're having fun, that's all that
Probably
matters.
the best start
And
of all
shout
time.
out to Ireland. Someone in chat roll,
Yes.
Colm Gamey.
There we
said,
go.
Shout out to Ireland.
I love that guy.
Potato.
And speaking of
I
Gamey,
love that guy.
Speaking of Gamey, the guy next to me, you've seen him. You've seen him on Comedy Central, The Late Late Show, Craig Ferguson, one of my best friends in life. He's my former co-host on a now-defunct podcast. Find him on Twitter at Eddy Pence. He's Eddy Pence!
It was an awesome podcast.
It was a very good
I'm
podcast.
clapping for you, Eddie.
And the
Thank you,
podcast.
guys. Thank you.
Corporate Kalisto.
Corporate Kalisto, it's going to happen.
Corporate
Corporate,
Kalisto.
but corporate with a K.
Yes.
Well, that would only make sense.
I mean, come on.
We gotta make it happen.
You know.
And maybe Eddie and I will
Double
chop each
K,
other.
Corporate Kalisto.
We may chop each other to end this episode.
We probably will.
There we go.
99%
Will.
sure we're going to chop each
Will.
other.
Every time we get in the same room, it's like, you want to do some chops?
My
Yeah.
hand.
What is going
Siri.
on? What
you
was
talking
that?
about?
Serious.
Is
Serious.
Siri talking to you?
Not now, Siri. Come on.
Don't tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
Siri wants a chop.
She is on one
Let's,
tonight.
Get down there.
Okay,
Get
we
down
gotta
there.
we gotta get rolling here. So
God.
Monday Night Raw starts.
I do look
off-
like Dean Ambrose. I do look like Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
A little bit. You do
I did that on
with the
purpose.
leather jacket.
Yeah.
It's,
There we go.
yeah.
I'm all Dean Ambrose.
The Pence Asylum.
It used to be AJ Styles. Now I'm Dean Ambrose.
Okay,
That works.
Whatever works.
Same thing.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Coming in strong.
Sorry. Yeah. I'll back off.
No,
I'll back off. Go ahead. Start the show.
no, that's fine.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Monday Night Raw starts off with
Yeah, it does.
Undertaker and Kane speeding themselves down to the ring, as per usual. Undertaker says, "What stands before you is a true army of darkness. And this Sunday, we'll have a special place in hell for the Wyatt family."
You're nailing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He worked on it all day.
He says, "Your kind of evil is no match for ours. Choose who you want to sacrifice, because the Brothers of Destruction have chosen their destiny and they will never rest in peace." Then the Wyatt family comes down, y'all. Look, see right
like
on
clockwork.
On the show.
Donica on point
Guy
for the
in
go home
booth
show.
is killing it
He's
tonight.
crushing it.
Oh, we got light
Oh,
effects.
My.
See?
It's like a pay-per-view
Actually,
today.
that's more appropriate for the
Here's the
Undertaker.
thing: without
but-
Kathy here, we got to keep people watching. So we're pulling out all the
We don't do
stops.
tricks.
No, don't.
We
No.
don't do tricks.
Later.
No.
Easy.
There's so
No.
many angry dudes in chat
Wait
roll
till the
every
second
time
hour.
Kathy's
No.
not on.
Wait till the
Save
second
it.
hour.
Save it. We'll be okay. So the Wyatt family comes down, and he says, "After Survivor Series, you'll just be remembered as the brothers that I destroyed, for I am Bray Wyatt." And this is the part I love, because we haven't seen this yet. The lights go out. Druids that surrounded the ring now have sheep masks. They attack. Not well, but they attack. I dug that.
He turned
Yeah.
the Druids on the Undertaker.
And they destroyed
That's an
him.
ominous sign.
They destroyed him real fast.
That choke slam, though. That choke slam. That Undertaker
Oh, he
gave.
got up high.
Oh man. I think he's still on his way down. Because that was a choke slam.
I like that the sheep mask came off and he was just like, just faceless.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I guess, like, it would have to, like, it would kind of ruin the effect if it would, like, the mask flew off and it was just, like, a local indie worker.
The guy got them on TV.
Oh, this guy! He's getting choke slammed on Raw.
No, pretty solid moment.
But I like it. I like that they're kind of still retaining that Bray Wyatt controls some of their powers, even so much as controlling the Druids now. I like that. I thought that was a cool little effect.
It's something we haven't seen before. And 25 years of The Undertaker, it's nice to see something that still hasn't been done yet. Granted, they did destroy them, but it was a nice little addition to this whole thing we have going on. And,
Sure.
you know, the date with Destiny is this Sunday. But until then, Bray Wyatt says follow
How
the
good would it
buzzards.
have been had the Wyatts brought out Brother Love?
Oh, absolutely.
How amazing would that have been?
I'm still holding out hope for the Sunday.
Ah,
So
You
good.
keep holding on hope. Just don't hold your breath.
I think he's still kind of stuck in Nashville.
I know, but God, that would have been a cool
Bring
25
Ted DiBiase
year.
out. Bring the Gooker out. It all comes full circle.
Ted
Carl,
DiBiase.
You can make it, right?
Ted DiBiase might actually show up. Wait, don't tell me.
Don't tell me. You're the gobbledygook.
I hate you guys.
It was weird starting off with this, but I don't know. I mean, it worked. It was a
Yeah.
cool segment to set up. The question is, we still don't know who the two opponents are going to be for the Destruction Bros.
It has to be Wyatt and Strowman.
Yeah.
How anticlimactic would it be if it was you're gonna face Harper and Rowan?
True.
Could you guys see Harper and Rowan turning and joining the Brothers of Destruction?
Hey, no.
No,
No.
not really. No.
That's the dumbest thing we've ever heard.
Well, I'll
Just-
just let myself out.
Just,
Yeah.
Have a
We
good
need the
rest of the
music
show.
still. We need the music still. Don't go anywhere.
yeah.
You're doing a really good
You just
job.
undid all your good work from earlier.
Don't tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
There you
Okay,
go.
you won
There
me back.
go.
You won me back.
You're good now.
You won me back.
I don't know.
I mean, it's got to be. It's if they're gonna face anyone, they're gonna face the leader and the unstoppable behemoth.
Yeah. White's got to go over in this match anyway.
He
So
has
he
to.
has to go over. So
Or would,
you have
or
to
would
make
Wyatt be the leader and sit back and let his minions do that?
it. But I don't think it does anything for Wyatt. That takes.
I think if there's anyone that could match up with Taker and Kane, it would be Wyatt himself.
Sure.
Unless they make it somewhere where it's 3-on-2 and it's everyone but Wyatt.
At that point, you're just turning Wyatt into Cobra Commander, and he just he doesn't do anything, and then runs away screaming all the time. It's
Yeah.
just
Very
like,
true. That is very true.
But I do agree. I think that Wyatt has to come out on top in this.
Yeah, no, we say it all the time, and yet he continues to
One of these feuds. He'll win one of these feuds.
Right.
One of these days.
I mean, I think it makes
Someone
sense.
got really mad at me on Twitter and
Why?
started listing all of the different times that Wyatt came out on top in feuds.
Yeah, but like the marquee feuds, he doesn't come out on.
Exactly.
I just feel like it's. I know it's the 25th anniversary of Undertaker, but it's okay if they pass the torch.
I think that's even more reason for him to pass the torch.
And we'll see him at WrestleMania somehow. So how about you lose this match and you both disappear for a while, and then we get really psyched again when we see you, maybe at the Rumble or maybe at WrestleMania again. So
yeah, I think it being the anniversary is the perfect reason for him to be passing the torch.
yeah.
You know.
Completely agree. So, interesting way to start off, and definitely interesting way to close out Monday Night Raw, which we will gradually get to. And also, it was very touching sentiment to start off Monday Night Raw to do the moment of reflection for Paris, and obviously, all our thoughts in Paris with everyone and the victims and everyone over there, because that was really rough weekend. But so nice gesture by WWE to start off that show.
Right.
Moving on, first match. We had some great matches tonight.
Yeah, we did.
And then we had Kalisto and ADR. But we had some great matches.
Sure.
Corporate Kalisto. Just get used to it.
I want to say Corporate Kalisto.
Double K, y'all.
Totally on board with it. Neville versus Owens. Holy smokes.
It's if you're gonna give two people like Neville and Owens the time of like a short quarterfinal Raw match, I think this is as good as it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It was a super condensed version of what they would have done in NXT, complete with a reverse Rana.
It was incredible. I mean, you had everything. Neville being in fast forward. How about the snap German suplex, Carlo?
Yeah, that was insane. And that Phoenix Splash.
Definitely second rope
From
Phoenix
the
splash.
second. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everything in that match was just clean, crisp, and smooth. Like, you couldn't ask for anything.
There was even a momentary stumble on that double head spring out of the corner, and even that you could barely tell.
And you forgot about it because
Yeah.
you hit that boot so clean. And
Exactly.
And as much as I love Melissa Joan Hart, for her to call Kevin Owens lazy is wrong.
Right.
He's not lazy. He is a heel. When you're a heel, you can't do as much fancy stuff because that makes a crowd cheer for you, and you're supposed to be a dick. That's how the rules work.
We'll be right back with Johnny Explains It All.
God!
That's why you do exciting things like arm drags,
Yeah.
Johnny knows best.
Headlocks. Underhanded stuff.
arm bars.
You can't be fancy when you're a heel. Why do you think Seth Rollins wasn't doing crazy flippy stuff for the last year? Well, not year, but last year. God, don't call him lame. But then again, Owens got her back pretty good
Yeah.
by blocking Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I just love how he's in the back tweeting before Raw is over.
He's just fighting battles on all fronts. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all Owens.
So great.
Sometimes you gotta block Clarissa Darling.
So fantastic. Was that her name?
On Clarissa Explains It All, yeah.
Darling? I didn't.
You
Come
know,
on.
You know too much.
Come on.
You know
Dude.
too much.
Are you the gobbledygooker?
Ah!
No, I still am.
No, you
Why
are.
would you? Don't throw that back on someone else.
I tried.
Don't tell me
your
you're the
boss.
gobbledygooker.
There's too much evidence pointing the other way.
But yeah.
It's your mask.
The mohawk, the
boss.
mask.
Your boss.
It will never end. Trust me.
I hope it doesn't. But what a match it was. Kevin Owens with the pop-up powerbomb for the win. But
Yeah.
Neville, he did everything he possibly could have. Just fantastic.
Yeah. I think Neville got as much out of this tournament as he was supposed to, and I think it's going to really elevate him going forward.
For sure. Backstage, Triple H talking to Kevin Owens. We don't know what they're talking about, but they exchange a handshake after the Kevin Owens victory. And next we have Tyler Breeze and R-Truth. I always love seeing Truth. Granted, I know what's going to happen.
Right.
But who doesn't love seeing Truth?
I'd love to see another surprise heel turn. Hit more people with water bottles.
Dude, his R-Truth's heel run
So great.
against Cena was one of the greatest heel runs.
Absolutely. I was thinking about that while I watched
When he
this
came
match.
dressed as a Confederate soldier to the middle of the ring.
I forgot about that. When he would just tell people to shut up. Like, that was my favorite.
Little Jimmy, it was just insane.
Or he would tell people, you should be booing yourself.
Oh, so insane. So insanely good.
Bring back crazy R-Truth.
when
And bring
he-
back crazy Alicia Fox while you're at it.
When he came back, we came down to the ring with the Civil War outfit on, singing When Jimmy Comes Marching
Oh
Home.
my God.
Amazing. Just amazing. I mean,
The greatest thing of all
It
time.
was the.
Oh,
just incredible. But Tyler Breeze, this is, and you mentioned this, Carl, this is Tyler Breeze, is like, get him on track with a win, because he got knocked out of the tournament, kind of a match. And, it was good. The beauty shot doesn't really do it for me, but whatever.
He had the chapstick though, which was good.
That was a great moment. I'll tell you what, Summer really plays that role. She knows what she's doing.
Absolutely. For some reason, I think the beauty shot usually works for me, but for some reason, it really just went over like a fart in church.
Do you know
tonight.
what? I think it's because of the match before. I mean, when you're seeing like reverse ranas,
That's
and you're
true.
seeing
That
like,
is true.
some
And I think,
crazy moves.
I think the match to get Breeze back on track shouldn't have been against such a blatant tomato can. You know, I think he would have benefited a little more from someone that may or may not have had a chance of not getting murked.
That's true.
He did
That's
some
true.
cool stuff though. That leg takedown into a single leg crab.
That was really cool.
That was really
That was
cool.
super
Yeah.
cool. Absolutely.
Funny comment in chat roll from Monsieur. I never say it right. Monsieur Melancholy. Says here, the original plan for Braun Strowman was to be R-Truth's muscle, Big Jimmy.
I'm super down for that.
That'd be
Super down for that.
freaking love that.
That's incredible.
And also another comment from AJ0314. That match was longer than Summer's dress. Yeah, a lot longer.
I like that.
I mean,
That's a good
Very
one.
good. Very good.
Yeah.
2 points.
We get some clever people.
Oh,
in that
there's a
chat.
lot of clever people, for better or worse.
I
in
never
this chat
really
room.
get to see any of their.
You don't want to see them all.
Their wit and wisdom.
You don't want to see them all,
No,
especially
I-
when Kathy's not on the show. People get pissed off.
Oh man.
People get mad.
I know.
Weren't there some people that were really excited last time she was off? Make up your minds, guys.
It's the internet. No one's happy.
Yeah,
Right?
no one's ever happy.
No one's
Especially-
unanimously happy on the internet.
No, you just got to try to have a good time. Try to
I'm
have
having a
good time.
great time, guys. Thanks for having me.
Well, you're out of the egg. You should be
You're
happy.
having a gobbledygook time.
Don't tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
This sucks so bad.
It does.
But we can only do this once a year at Survivor Series.
So you have to come back every year.
So good. We'll bring you back for the gimmick battle royal.
Here is a match that I think I want to say match of the night. Even though
Yeah.
Cesaro and Reigns is close.
Yeah.
Just because I'm so fighting mad about Cesaro losing, I'm going to say this match, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, match of the night. My notes on this match were extensive. You're giving me a weird look.
I'm giving you the I disagree face.
So why is
Really?
it match night for you?
Yeah.
What was it?
Oh my God! Just everything about it. It wasn't maybe it was a bit of a spot fest, but they beat the hell out of each other, and there were a couple good false finishes, and I like the fact that Ambrose won clean, but Ziggler did everything he could.
I think both guys came off looking really strong.
Absolutely.
And it seemed like Ambrose. The thing I love about Ambrose is he kind of like had this control chaos. He does these little things that you wouldn't notice unless you're paying attention. Like when they're having that trade-off, he flicks his hand in the air as if to distract and throws that jab.
It's the things that he does in between that
It's
really
so different.
that
It's
make
so
him
different.
stand out. You know?
It's like if Tyler Breeze has that little chapstick that he does, Ambrose does all the little things that make him.
Yeah.
seem
It's just
insane.
showing you how slow everything is moving for him in the ring.
Right.
Like that's how on he is.
Yeah.
Everything is slowed
But he-
down.
it's
yeah,
like he's
so much.
moving in like bullet time.
That's
Yeah.
really good. That's really good.
But I think they did a really good job of telling the story of them being so evenly matched and not really knowing how to put the other away. One thing I did think was amusing though is they talk so much on commentary about how unpredictable Dean Ambrose is, but I think he's one of the most predictable guys on the show.
He's unpredictably predictable.
He's become a little predictable, and that's why I want something different from him.
Exactly, yeah. You know he's gonna stumble back into the
well,
ropes.
he's got his 5 moves of doom.
You know, I
sort
mean,
of.
really, for as much crap as guys like Cena catch, everyone has their 5 moves. Ambrose has the standing elbow. He's got the rebound. You know,
He's got the lariat that he kind of adopted from Nigel.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's being generous. Adopted. But
Stolen
yeah.
in the night. Whatever.
Well, I will say this though. The story goes, Nigel actually said Dean Ambrose was the first guy that Nigel ever tried the lariat on. From what I
Okay.
understand in HWA, so it's
Okay.
kind of like a
Interesting. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And what you mentioned about sometimes you don't want to see what's in chat roll. Here's a comment: Johnny is blind and stupid. Match of the night. I don't know what that means.
Wait, which match
Well,
of the
fair
which,
enough.
which was the match of the night?
Fair enough.
So he's saying
Ask
you're
them what-
Ziggler.
Ask them what they thought
Ambrose.
match of the night
Was
was.
Yeah,
not
I
match
guess
of the
so. I don't know. Whatever.
That's fair.
So
You're blind and stupid. At least
Yeah.
you're not deaf.
I already knew that. I got at least 2 senses.
It could be worse.
I got at least 2 senses, and they're both intense.
Helen Keller of Afterbuzz.
You're not on like the one video Metallica status just yet.
Just laying there in bed.
Just doing after.
Hey,
was a good
Donica,
match,
is
though.
there any chance you could bring my title in because I'm an idiot and forgot, and this might be the last day I'm holding it?
Oh man.
If not, it's okay.
Give me a minute.
Your
Oh man,
title.
it's above the. It's the. You know where it is.
This guy.
I know, right?
Everyone keeps
Midnight
asking
Third.
for it. Where's your title?
Don't tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
Oh my! What's happening?
I don't know.
New Day Gobbledygook remix.
So you guys, I mean, I thought it was a great match.
No, I enjoyed the match. I
It
thought
definitely
really
was.
good.
We're not saying it was bad.
Okay.
No one's saying you're stupid, Johnny.
Not someone.
They are.
No, they're saying
not.
they're saying you're blind and
you-
stupid.
We didn't.
Yeah, I'm both. But for you, it wasn't match of the night for anyone.
No. I thought it was up there, but it wasn't match of the night.
Right.
All right, fair enough. Dean gets on the mic afterwards and says, "If I become champion, I'm going to change everything. Less talking, more action. Replacing Michael Cole with a fish tank, more pyro, and a whole bunch of other
Free
stuff."
pizza.
Free? Did he say free pizza?
I think he said free pizza on Fridays.
Gotta be.
That's your
I don't know
workplace.
if he said
I think that's
I
your
think he
own
said, didn't he say
workplace.
free pizzas on Friday?
It's at your house.
Vending machines in the cafeteria? Didn't he say something like that?
Now, did he say replace Michael Cole with a fishbowl or put Michael Cole in a fishbowl?
He said replace him with a fish bowl.
Okay.
Which they're nice to look at.
Your belt is missing.
I'm getting a lot of flack right now for
Johnny,
saying match of the
nowhere
night.
to be
I'm
found,
sorry.
Matt.
I thought it was a great match, and I'm pissed off Cesaro lost. Jeez, get off my back.
Yeah, but did you think Cesaro was gonna win?
I
you
honestly
really
I,
think-
I thought there might have been some kind of weird
I
swerve.
thought there might have been a chance.
Yeah.
I thought there might
I'd
have
They've
been.
been slaving
The-
since WrestleMania to get Reigns over.
Sure.
They're not.
But I think there's a little glimmer of hope in all of us.
Especially with the Triple H talking to him before, that maybe
Right,
they could,
right.
you know.
But nothing would happen until Survivor Series. This is just to get him to Survivor Series.
Right.
Yeah.
It's okay to
As
hope.
much as we all want Cesaro to beat
Yeah.
Reigns,
I know.
there was just no chance.
But I think that's part of why
This is why you're blind and
I
stupid.
think part of us thinks
This
that
is why you're
maybe
blind.
There's a lot of reasons why I'm blind and stupid.
This is an example of why
I
you're
think
blind
part
and
of us
stupid.
thinks that there may be because it's so obvious that there may be reason to hope that they could think, oh, I'll switch it up on them.
They've been working so hard to get Reigns over since
I
WrestleMania.
know.
They're not going to just throw that away yet.
Yeah.
But
They might do some at Survivor Series, but not the Raw before Survivor Series.
Right.
Either way, the entire WWE will become the Ambrose Asylum if he becomes champion. Moving on. Hush, hush. It's a new day, y'all.
Yeah, it is. Kakalaki.
Wearing them new beanies. I feel like so Mark can't find my title. I need to go get it.
I feel
Y'all
like
lost
thrusting.
No, dude, it's above the one counter. I can't even explain to where it is.
Such
but-
specific directions he's given you. I don't know why you can't follow.
I know.
them.
I'm sorry. I know where it is.
It's above the one counter.
At one point when you got, I'm gonna go
I don't
run
know
and get
why
it.
you can't
Just
figure
give me a
that out.
break. I'm gonna go run and get it. New Day says instead of talking about the
I
Undertaker,
was gonna say the Big Show. You should.
not the big-
sometimes I don't know what you're throwing to me.
no
for.
one's talking about the Big Show today. Sorry.
That's his default. Big
My
Show.
default is the Big Show.
They said instead of
Bitch.
instead of talking about the anniversary of,
The Undertaker.
you should be talking about the anniversary of the New Day's debut. Were they on the Tonight Show? Oh no. Were they on SportsCenter like the Usos? No. It's gonna be Ow! After they get done with Jay and Jimmy, the family, the twins, and that's and then Big E. Big E's grandpappy had a little saying: "When life gives you booty, you know what you make? Booty aid.
You know,
Less sugar,
Who
twice
does-
the electrolytes."
who doesn't enjoy some booty?
Yeah,
It's really thick.
I've heard that.
This is gonna.
It's like drinking butter.
We can't keep going down this road.
Yeah, I just
gonna
We could.
look.
I could.
This is gonna get really
could.
bad.
You know, every week New Day brings it, and then they have a 6-man New Day versus the Usos and Ryback. I liked what they did here
Me too.
because New Day was in control the whole time on Jey Uso, beating the holy hell out of him, not letting him tag in. But they keep antagonizing Ryback. Like Big E's like dancing, he cheap shots
He's
him.
mocking him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good.
I like that.
Yeah, and then I love how Ryback was like, you know what, screw this. Went in and cleaned house, beat the hell out of everyone, and then eventually launched Xavier on top of Kofi and Big E.
Right.
But you guys,
In the midst of all this, shoves the referee, drawing the disqualification.
yeah, I feel like if you're gonna get Ryback over, this is a good way to do it.
Right.
In a tag team match.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys speak to that. I'm getting my damn title.
Remember, it's on the counter above the thing.
Really? You're gonna go get your
He
title?
doesn't want to get stripped of the belt.
Let's see how long it takes a
Y'all?
blind, stupid man to find something.
It's above the one counter. Remember.
Yeah, good luck. So we're still talking about New Day, right?
So we're still
Day.
talking about the New Day, as we should be.
I think the little
Don't
thing.
tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
Oh, you can't even talk.
Me and Gene, I thought
You
you'd
can't
left.
even
I
talk.
thought he was gone, but he's not. He's still here. It's 1990 right now. I'm living 1990.
Kofi was showing a lot of aggression in this. Just at one point, he slaps one of the Usos in the head.
They did that thing for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah. That stomping thing?
The stampede, the unicorn
The
stampede.
unicorn stamp. They did that for a long time. Oh, here,
the champ is here.
here it comes.
Jonny Loquasto sucks. Jonny Loquasto sucks.
Stupid and blind.
Jonny Loquasto sucks.
The
He's
champ
blind and
is here.
stupid. Jonny Loquasto sucks.
You're really good at this.
He actually sings
There
it
it
to
is.
himself every
There
morning.
it is. See, now you got to do your entrance, Johnny.
Don't tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
Why are you looking at me? That had nothing to do with
Me and Gene just cannot leave.
No.
I hate you.
Mean
guys.
Gene
Mean
keeps
Gene's
dropping
just-
pipe bombs on you all night
He's
long.
just sitting on the
I'm
couch
just
over
gonna go
there
back to
hanging
Australia
out.
next
The
week.
master. There's the title. There's the title, y'all.
There it is.
Anyways, I'm sure many good things were said while I was gone.
All positive.
I thought you were going to
We
be
got
gone
over
for
a lot
much
of
longer.
stuff. We got
I
over a
know
lot
what
of
my
stuff.
title is.
You do.
What'd you win the title for?
We do the predictions every month, and by some blind, stupid chance, I ended up winning the predictions title.
Man, even a blind,
I'm-
stupid person
I'm
finds a
coming
nut.
for that belt.
Sometimes.
I'm coming for that belt Sunday.
Are you? Okay. Well, better watch out because the gobbledygooker, I can't
Gobbledygooker,
speak
you-
whatever.
Sweet.
You are dumb.
Nailed
You
it.
are dumb, stupid, and blind.
Yeah, I'm not even queuing for that one.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
If I win that title, can I bring it back to Australia with me or what?
Oh
Yeah,
man,
You better believe it.
Gotta go all the way back to
It is.
Melbourne just to get it back.
Hashtag baby belt. Yes, it is. Everyone in chat roll. Hashtag baby
My
belt.
6-year-old has that belt.
Yeah, you know.
Same sticker.
Oh, I'm such a weirdo. All right, moving on. Did we talk about the tag match? I mean,
We did.
Ryback
We did.
destroyed.
Yeah, we
we
did.
like it.
We did.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Here we go. Cesaro backstage, getting ready with his headphones, earbuds, whatever they're
Beats.
called. Yeah, Beats.
Yeah.
Beats by Cesaro.
Real hip.
BEET.
Oh yeah, I'm fun dad all day. Triple H sits down. He said, "You know what? You could save your breath, Trips." And he's like, "Look, I understand. You got to understand what's at stake here. You know, this could be your time. You're amazing. I've seen what you do. You do stuff no one else can do. I'll be sitting in my own personal Cesaro section tonight. Let's see if you're willing to do anything. And maybe it's time for Cesaro to be the man." And Cesaro's just like, headphones.
Well, see you later.
Well, I'll see you later then. Leading us into Roman Reigns and Cesaro. I don't know. Do we want to talk about Roman's promo?
I don't.
It was.
I don't want.
I mean, it was a recap. It was a previously on Monday Night Raw, which I'm kind of getting over.
Well, it's
right.
just Roman. I don't know.
But then he got in the ring and spoke as well.
Right.
He's fine speaking in
But
the
that-
ring.
yeah,
but
that's
the,
what his promo
The
is.
promos
That's
are just.
Yeah, his in-ring promo was just recapping everything that had happened up to that point.
Yep, he doesn't sell out. The ride's about to get bumpy, and he'll become the new champion. Believe that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it was
I don't.
I'm rooting so hard for him to just let loose.
right.
Like I really am.
He looks like you can see him reading memorized lines in a mirror.
Right, right.
And it's just like there's got to be more there.
As much as
gotta
people
be more there.
Right, absolutely. And as much as people are talking about a potential Ambrose turn, I think that a Reigns heel turn is really what he needs.
Yes.
It's the exact same thing as Deadly Game with The Rock turning
But the
into
thing
an
is, like,
incorporation.
The Rock as a
Good talk.
heel was so entertaining they
Right.
had to start cheering him.
Right,
Same
right,
with what
right.
New Day is doing.
But I think
But I
Reigns
don't-
can be entertaining in a different way. Reigns isn't going to be the funny guy. He's going to be the guy that demolishes all of your heroes,
Which is
and
what he
then laughs
was
about
in
it.
the Shield.
Exactly.
And that's why he was so over in the Shield.
Right,
but
right.
like then they tried to make him a typical face with the
Yeah.
He
Right.
can't cut those promos.
And,
He
it's
can't
not,
do them.
and it's not fair to compare Roman to The Rock. Like I saw The Rock's first ever promo for I forget what Fed it was, but like right when he started wrestling, and even then he had the gift.
Absolutely,
of gab,
absolutely,
you know?
yeah, and that's
So,
it's like I said, you're not gonna make Reigns into the funny face. Like you just like that's not the type of baby face that he's gonna be. You know,
I mean, you have to almost go the route that Stone Cold did with just being a badass.
Exactly.
But he's just got to get sharper on the mic to
Right.
do that.
Right. And I think if he starts off as a badass and just starts really wrecking people indiscriminately, I think that thing could happen organically, the way that something like Austin 316 did.
Yeah, but they're giving these promos that just don't fit
Right.
what he does.
Right,
and
right,
it doesn't,
right.
and it just comes off as like ah.
that's
Exactly.
why I don't know if there's going to be a swerve at Survivor Series. would like to think
There's got to be some sort of swerve.
But
whoever it is,
he would be. I think turning him heel is the best way to eventually raise him up.
Right.
Now, you two are the wrestlers. You speak to that. What do you think?
I think that's absolutely true. I think that, you know, it's like we said. I think if he turns heel and he's able to rise up to that, then I think he'll already be in an advantageous spot once he turns face. Mm-hmm. You know, it's once again the exact same. We're not comparing him to The Rock, and he's not going to be the same type of character as The Rock is or was. But I think that he could benefit from a similar situation.
Yeah, I mean, look, he could even just say less. I mean, if he was in the ring and someone cut this long promo on him and he just goes, "Shut up," and then clotheslines their head off.
We just come in and punch people.
That'd be excellent. Maybe he just needs to do less.
Instead of trying to be clever on the mic.
Right.
Because we get him. Like, Goldberg was over and didn't say anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He was so over in the Shield, but that's because he stuck to what...
Because you had the mouthpiece of Ambrose and Rollins.
You can still give him layers without having to, like... I mean, think about, like, the whole run with Sting. When he turned to Crow Sting, like... He didn't say anything ever, but there were still layers.
Yeah, but Sting was an incredible performer before that.
Yeah,
that's true.
And could just internalize everything, and you could still tell. Where I don't know if Reigns is that level of a performer yet.
Who knows unless they try it? Do you know what I mean? They're trying
they have tried.
By him not saying anything?
Not with him saying anything, but I mean, they've tried making him the top guy, and that didn't really go over very well.
I mean, and I'll defend Roman. He's gotten better, and he's not he's not the worst on the mic. He's okay, but at the same time, though.
But it's not like they're not must see promos. Like when The Rock came down and cut a promo, you're like, I'm not.
And they're clearly not coming from his heart. I think that's the biggest thing. It's not necessarily that he's bad on the mic. It's that it's such blatantly prepared material.
Yeah. There's hardly any heart in it,
right,
at all, and it just seems like he's trying to say something clever, and it's just
right. But I think you're absolutely right. I think if he went, you know, the route of just saying less or hell saying nothing at all, we've seen before that can work.
I mean, his in-ring stuff is incredible, and he conveys emotion incredibly in the ring, and because this match was for me match tonight.
Definitely. His matches have been great.
Exactly, this for me was match tonight because it conveyed emotion, and he doesn't even need to say anything. You know what I mean? So I think if he can go out there and convey that kind of emotion through his, like, being physical and the way he stands and the way he wrestles and the way he fights, he doesn't really need to say anything.
That's not on him, though. That's on the creative team trying to force him into the mold of the typical...
And maybe if he even used that as an impetus for that, if he said, look, I tried talking before, you know, that didn't get me anywhere, so you know what, I'm just going to shut up and punch people. You know, and then he just never spoke for a year.
And let us not forget, a lot of people didn't really consider Rollins a strong talker before he became champ, and he improved immensely. I'm a Rollins defender all day. Granted, every single Raw didn't have to start out with a 15-minute Rollins promo,
right?
But I thought he became a really good heel, and I liked it.
It was pretty insane that a couple weeks ago was the very first Raw without Rollins since his 2012 debut. Mm-hmm. That was the very first one without him.
Wow,
that's crazy to think about.
That is amazing.
No Rollins, no Cena.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's like we've said before, that's what they need.
I don't know. I just feel like nowadays, if you're going to have a WWE World Heavyweight Champion, you have to be decent enough on the mic, unless, of course, you're a heel and you have people speaking for you.
Yeah, but look how... I mean, you can do the Lesnar route with Heyman.
Right.
But he was such a badass, which Reigns could do, that he was getting... Like, he was getting over as a face because he was such a badass.
Exactly.
And you can do that route. Put a mouthpiece next to him.
Kind of like Ryback tonight. It was the best thing for he got pissed off and went and destroyed everybody.
Yeah, because you don't want to hear him talk. You want to see guys that big and strong do badass stuff. You don't want to see them talk.
It's the classic, you know, wrestling is like a circus. Not everyone needs to be able to talk.
Yeah.
You know, some people come to see, you know, the acrobats. Some people come to see the elephants, you know. It's similar in wrestling. Not everyone needs to talk. Sometimes people need to just be a juggernaut.
Mm-hmm. And if you look at, like Reigns' story, everything, like he's been robbed of the title every single time. So he's got a reason to be mad.
Right.
Yeah. But he's not. Yeah. He should be.
He comes on...
Like every time he with all the storylines, he was supposed to win a title, he got screwed out of it. He was supposed to do this, screwed out of it. He won the Rumble, screwed out of it. Screwed out.
He should just come out with the mic like, I'm done talking, and then like just throw it down.
And let us not forget, there is one person that we didn't even see on Raw that could play into this whole title tournament, and that's our friend from Ireland. With the
Interesting with the briefcase.
Yeah, no, not Finn Balor. I'd love it if it was.
Yeah.
Fit Finley.
Yes, Finley.
Oh,
man.
with his shillelagh just coming down and kicking ass.
He
with
loves
the
Mad
the
shillelagh.
Max jacket, back to the mullet days.
Yeah.
Yep.
World of Sport era.
What do you think about that? I mean, do we have a chance for a cash-in?
Absolutely. I think, yeah.
That's what I think.
I mean, really, when someone's holding the briefcase, I think any pay-per-view is a potential for a cash-in. Oh, there we go.
Here it is.
Do you think Sheamus ends up being the one who sells out to the Authority?
It's very possible.
Well, I mean, they're teasing it.
everyone already hates
Triple H is going around like dropping hints.
we
like,
could have neither Reigns nor Ambrose turn. If it's a Reigns Ambrose final, they go face until Ambrose wins the title, then gets screwed out of it by Sheamus.
And then everyone already hates Sheamus.
Right.
So
If he
joining the
was
Authority,
if he was the one to not only join the Authority but steal the belt from Ambrose,
Yeah.
I think that could put him on a whole nother level of heel.
that's what I'm
Because
saying.
they couldn't give it to Reigns and then have Sheamus come out because Sheamus would get cheered.
Right,
Like, possibly.
right.
So yeah,
But I think you're right. How many times Reigns has been screwed out of it, character-wise, he should just be going around murdering everyone that he sees.
yep.
But is Sheamus the type of heel right now where he actually is he gets good heel heat, or is he getting like X-Pac's heel heat? Like the point of like we don't want to like Big Show heat.
I don't think he's necessarily getting that type of heat yet. Anyway,
Not to that level. He gets the "you look stupid" chance, that kind of thing.
But it's like, do the people love to hate him, or they just hate him? There's a difference.
I think people still enjoy watching his work. I think
He's great in the ring.
There's still enough people that
Because Seth Rollins, you love to hate.
right. Definitely.
He's great in
Big
the
Show,
ring.
people just hate.
Right.
He's
And
great.
I think Sheamus kind of toes the line between those two types
Yeah.
of heat.
He's great in the ring, and I think with a bit of a change, something like this, it could work.
Right.
Do you think at even Survivor Series they go maybe Ambrose and Reigns, they get to a point where it's like they're both exhausted and they've kicked out everything, they're both pretty much dead. Then Sheamus cashes in and pins Ambrose, and then you've got Reigns there who's it becomes like a three-way.
Right.
But Reigns doesn't get pinned, so he's angry because he got screwed over again.
Again, in the exact
Ambrose
same way.
gets pinned by Sheamus.
Right,
Because it's a
right.
three-way instead of a afterwards. I don't
Sure.
know, maybe then they all kind of save. Then there's the heel, the super face, and then the angry.
It's definitely possible. Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
screwed over again. Because there's going to
This
be only
music's
so many
getting
times
hyped.
where Reigns gets screwed over where like I can't take it anymore. I have to cheat.
But they're not building it that way. Like, you don't see that in the evolution of his character from week to week, of him just getting more fed up of being screwed over and screwed over.
And that's similar to what they did with Samoa Joe on NXT. He tried going the clean route by requesting a title shot from Finn, and it didn't work out. And so now he's exhausted all of his
yeah,
options.
but you saw the build. Like
Right.
with Reigns, you're not seeing
Well,
that.
could
Like,
you let's say he does that pin and then at the end like Sheamus is in there, Reigns hits the Superman punch and knocks him out. Ambrose gets up, he's Superman punch and he stands there. Then on Raw you have the package of
Definitely.
screwed out here, screwed, and that all makes sense. And then
Definitely.
you go,
Yeah.
now you decide if you like him for what he's done or you hate him. Maybe let the crowd decide what we want to do with him.
Sure.
At some point, Sheamus has got to cash that thing in. He's got until plenty of time. He's only had it for a few months. But
Right. It just feels like so much longer.
it sure does. But let's talk about this match. Good God Almighty! Everything from a flying uppercut to the massive boot outside the ring, the Cesaro swing, turning it into a crossface, and then Reigns picks him up into a Samoan drop. They both go outside. Reigns does the drive-by, another crazy uppercut from Cesaro, Superman punch with Cesaro in the second rope, then a backslide, which I had some hope for Cesaro there, but then
Right.
another Superman punch and a spear for the win. Then they hug afterwards.
It was a phenomenal finish.
Wow, what a match.
I mean, I think it's once again, it's what we've been seeing from every match in this tournament. It's what it needed to be. You know, everything. I think everyone in this tournament has been getting something out of it that they needed. You know, everyone has been legitimized. I mean, even Kalisto. You know, he beat Ryback. That put him on a whole other level.
Yep.
You know, no one would expect to see Sin Cara beat Ryback.
No. But Kalisto? Hell yeah.
corporate Kalisto.
Corporate Kalisto. sorry.
Thank you.
Corporate Kalisto.
But it's but this is the match that we needed to see. The match that showed us that Cesaro could hang with someone on the level of Reigns.
Yeah.
If he's not going to advance, we at least get that.
Or vice versa. Reigns hanging with Cesaro. I mean, they
Right.
You know, everyone
But I
knows
mean
how
that's
great he is.
that was a viewpoint that only appealed to the very niche audience of Cesaro superfans.
Yeah.
That Cesaro section.
Yeah.
But I think it was really good. It was like the basic of wrestling. It was storytelling. They started off slow. They were
Yep.
working headlocks. They were actually building a story to make you care. And then they shot. Like as soon as they came back at that commercial break, it was game over.
Yeah.
Here's my question, though. So we have this tournament obviously lining up, though. But with 3 tournament matches, the 2 semifinals, the finals, Paige and Charlotte,
Right.
and Taker Kane, Wyatt's.
Right.
5 matches. Is it me or is there nothing else right now?
I don't believe there's anything else.
Okay.
Because both the IC title and the US title have been locked up with this tournament.
Right.
So we're clearly not going to see a US title match, but we could see an IC title. Or actually, no.
No.
Tag title?
No.
Is there a tag title match?
Not yet. I mean, there could be.
And there's no classic Survivor Series match.
Well, you would think they're going to have to add 2 on SmackDown. There's still no pre-show match
maybe
either.
that's what it is. There's a tag title. Maybe there'll be a tag title match, and then maybe there'll be a Survivor Series match, and then
Usos versus
they'll
New
round
Day?
it off.
Yeah.
They'll round it off to what, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So we'll see.
I would love to see a traditional elimination match.
Absolutely,
At least
yeah.
give me one. You said last week you think maybe 2. I think.
Could be.
Yeah.
Dudley
But
Cesaro.
we've still got SmackDown. They could still add something to the pre-show.
And you got the gobbledygooker thing you're doing.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's that.
So there's that.
That'll eat up some time.
Someone in
That'll-
chat roll said New Day should dance with the gobbledygooker, which is pretty cool.
I'm
Don't tell
super
me
down.
you're the gobbledygooker.
Just pitch that idea. I think it'll go well.
So Reigns and Cesaro tearing it down. Dudley Boys versus Ascension. Ascension getting some offense there, but obviously a 3D for the win as per usual. Is the Ascension Stardust thing just done?
It seems like they're really hot and cold on it. I have no idea
yeah.
why.
I kind of thought that was a
It
good
seemed like
fit.
the best thing to do with those guys at the time.
It's the only thing that they can really benefit from at this point.
But I don't know if it just they haven't paid it attention.
There was that hot minute where it looked like there was going to be a Stardust Cesaro feud,
Yeah.
and then
Then this turn. Well, then the whole Seth
That seems to be like the
Rollins-
story of Stardust. Like he had the Stardust Goldust thing, he just got dropped out
Right,
of nowhere,
right,
and then like
exactly.
everything he gets into, they're like, oh, let's do this for 2
they're
weeks
just
and
like,
forget about it.
well, maybe not.
Is there any other heel tag teams either besides New Day and Ascension? Who else is there?
I mean, Harper and Rowan, maybe.
Sure. They're not going to be in anything that doesn't look like. And obviously, I agree with people in chat rolls. SmackDown, they're going to make some kind of traditional match, you would think.
Could be.
Yeah. Or maybe.
Are we going to see our traditional food fight on SmackDown?
I'm down.
Oh,
Everyone's hitting each other with pies and turkeys and mashed potatoes. And
That's
stuff?
next week, Ty.
Is that next week?
They always do it Thanksgiving.
Oh, the day after actual Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's right.
Perfect. On
Yeah.
board.
that's why they sign all those
with the
legend deals.
leftovers.
Exactly.
It's all those legend
That's why
deals.
the Boogeyman signed his legend deal, so he can
So he could eat.
eat a worm pie or something.
Nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, Dudley Boys come back out of nowhere to get the win over the Ascension. Next, we have Renee with Zeb Coulter and Alberto Del Rio. And Zeb calls her Raylene, which...
It's pretty awesome.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't understand this Mex America thing at all, but I do like the fact that he called her Raylene, and she almost kept a straight face.
Sure.
The Mex America thing makes zero. I
on
can't.
point.
I can't
Little
wrap my head
Syrian.
around Mex America.
Well, let me tell you about Mex America, okay?
They don't pay taxes.
No, Jack, listen, Jack, listen, Jack.
He does kind of have the Jack Swagger Jack.
like
on
In,
there.
in Mex America,
Ambrose Swagger.
there's no crime, there's no taxes. If you earn it, you get to keep it. Just like Alberto Del Rio earned that title.
Well, if there's no
Jack, go ahead.
Well, if there's no taxes, how do you pay for police to prevent crime?
I don't know.
There is no crime in.
There's just no
America.
crime. There's just no crime, so there's no crime.
Yeah, exactly.
We
They
should try
make up
that.
the rules.
We should try that here.
We should try just having.
Just say, hey guys,
one-
no more crime.
Guys,
Sounds like the purge.
I don't know why I never
Guys,
said
let's
this
stop the
before.
crime. He does.
I don't know why I never said this before, but no crime.
Hey guys, how about we stop doing crime?
In Mex
Everyone
America,
drops their weapons. Like fuck, he said it.
Didn't even think about that.
now in Mex America, we have one night a year where everybody purges,
It's the purge.
It's the purge, isn't
We
it?
kill everybody
and that's how the crime goes
and
down.
then bring in new people.
It
yeah.
just gets really
And that's
dark.
Too dark.
I
don't get it.
I don't think Mex America is as hard to wrap your head around.
I love Zeb. I
like
do.
they're pretending to be patriots and in the name of unity,
Sure.
but they're jerks and they're exclusive and they want to exclude everyone that isn't in their club.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like that.
No homers.
Yeah. They
Still
like
say it should be called Mexica.
they like the idea. I like that. They like the idea of them two uniting and nobody else gets to be in their club.
That's what it is. It's a club.
Yeah, that's
So are
what it
they
is.
actually not paying taxes?
No homers club.
No, they're gonna be.
So
on,
this is a great time to bring in IRS.
They're gonna be on the Wesley Snipes deal.
We should bring in
Ooh.
IRS
Please
There we
bring it
go.
up.
to break up Mex America
There we go.
because they're not paying
Pay your
taxes.
taxes.
Pay your taxes.
Am I right?
Absolutely.
You're right.
Did he sign a legend deal too?
You're right on, right?
They
He
should.
may have.
Either way.
Right after the boogeyman.
Comes out with corporate Kalisto.
Either way,
There you go.
they head down to the ring. Actually, Triple H congratulates him on already having a title and says, you know what? Maybe someday
You'll defend it.
you'll be the man, and you'll defend it, and be the man. They head down to the ring. Kalisto versus ADR.
Weird match, man.
There's something
Weird match.
Something about this match, and I feel like not only, man, ADR works stiff,
Right.
but there's some weird things. Carlo, you were like really put off by some stuff in this match.
Oh, it looks
you
so
as
violent.
the active pro wrestler, please take it away because you're better to speak to this than
I think it just felt like things are a bit off, and I think Del Rio is so. When you watch Del Rio work, he looks completely different to everyone else on the roster because he's so violent. Like Sheamus is actually quite like he looks quite similar, but
Right.
when you watch Del Rio go, it looks like he's killing everyone.
It gets uncomfortable to watch.
It's like, oh my god, he's killing like that. That
Right.
It looks personal in his face.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
he's
right.
personally
and
attacking.
the thing
like,
is, in a way, it's kind of good because like that's
I
what
mean,
it's
you want
supposed
to make
be.
people
Like,
feel
you
that
know,
way, yeah.
Because I was like, man, he's that
But
double
I
stomp
think,
at the end.
but that's also because we've seen him legitimately mad before. Do you remember when Sin Cara went for that
Yeah,
dive
and
and
he
jammed
separated
his
his
finger,
finger.
and Del Rio got up and was just furious.
yeah, he beat him and like threw him out of the ring. He's, get out!
Yeah.
So
and
we-
poor Sin Cara's fingers like, but look.
We've seen shoot angry Del Rio
pinky.
before. We've seen shoot angry Del Rio
and maybe
before.
that's you still remember that. So when you see him in the ring, you're like,
So you're like, he could lose
Like when
it at
that
any
mask
second.
came off, it was like a panic.
That was a weird. I don't know.
I don't know what he was trying to do. Was he originally trying to take the mask off?
Well, maybe
And
it's
then
just
Kalisto was supposed to fight it, and then the whole thing just slipped off.
I don't know. Maybe his mask is very different because I don't remember Ray's used to tie up at the back, so you
Right.
could pull that. You could even rip it. And
And yours
remember-
with the beak has got to be hard to get off, I would imagine.
Yes.
Just run there and try
Eddy
to
Pence.
Laser
Don't tell me
accuracy.
you're the gobbledygooker.
grab the
Laser
big eyeballs
accuracy.
and just pull back the eyeballs.
When's my flight? I'm flying home right now.
That wasn't the only weird part of the match,
Thank
though.
God you're here for Thanksgiving, man.
That wasn't the only
Don't
weird
tell me
part.
you're the gobbledygooker.
I mean, even
We've
going,
told you many times.
even going all the way up until the end, that double stomp, it's like, so he couldn't get position in the corner, so instead he just leaps up and has all the weight going down, just the gravity, like this, the amount of force.
I mean, it looked like he was a half inch from landing on the guy's face,
Like halfway-
full body weight.
Right.
Halfway through, like the girls segment, I was looking on Twitter and I see that Wale, who watches Raw,
Right.
he just tweets, "Seriously, has anyone checked if Kalisto's alive?"
yeah.
Like,
Wale's he's pretty fun to follow as far as wrestling
yeah,
goes.
and even then I was like, it's like Kalisto got killed, but he did also when he had to get his stuff in, like that tornado like splash thing that he does.
Definitely.
I think this match could have made him or could have broken him.
But that
Right.
the whole mask coming off thing is huge.
That's a big deal.
That's a huge deal. And it came completely off.
It's not as huge of a deal in WWE.
I know, but like...
If we were in Mexico, it'd be a huge
Well,
deal.
the crowd was gasping at it,
Right,
And
right,
the
right.
panic of trying to get it back.
Well, wrestling
on.
fans know, and then they're
Yeah.
both Mexican wrestlers.
Right.
So, like, that's a huge thing.
Maybe this will lead to a feud with them.
There was a
Could be.
lot
Maybe
of
we
weird.
were just worked.
I mean, they didn't acknowledge.
Maybe
they
just
got us.
Okay, maybe they got us, mate.
Maybe.
Because I'm invested. I'm
I
invested.
want to say that after everything that I don't like. Maybe they're just getting us.
They're getting us, that's all.
because I'm invested. I want to see what happens now.
Absolutely,
from
yeah.
this.
It's
Yeah.
just
You know what I
it's a
mean?
long, slow grift. That's all
I mean,
it is.
this match may have accidentally started a feud. He's like, you pull my mask off, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
But they won't. I mean, if they acknowledge, I mean, but the announcers
And then
hardly
Sin
acknowledge.
Cara
Oh, no,
gets
they
really
did
into
bring
the
it up.
60s.
They spoke about how important the mask is in
To their
Mexico.
credit, they covered up like, oh, look how disrespectful Del Rio is. Like, you know, they kind of went the heel
Maybe
route with
corporate
it.
Kalisto comes out and costs Del Rio his match.
Yeah.
You know, in the
Maybe
semifinal.
without the mask and a suit.
Corporate Kalisto.
Well coiffed hair.
corporate Kalisto. It was
what I
odd,
wanna
and that
see.
double stomp at the end. Oh, oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, ADR's taking on Roman Reigns on Sunday, and then Kevin Owens taking on Dean Ambrose. Before we get to the contract signing, who do you see in the finals? I mean, to me, it's got to be
Reigns Ambrose.
You got two guys already
If
holding
any
titles.
one of us says anything other than Ambrose and Reigns,
It's like you already have two dudes holding titles.
yeah.
So,
But I don't. But that's not even the reason. That's that's like number 15 on the list of reasons why it's obviously Reigns.
So what are the
Ambrose in
14?
finals.
But we did see in this Raw, we saw
I can't back that up.
Triple H went up to ADR and Owens 2 times. Like, he went up to them to sort of like, hey, you want to be my guy?
Right.
And now they're both in the semis. So does that come into effect at all during Survivor Series?
No, I think that's just sowing the seeds of him trying to
Find a guy
of who gets into the finals. I think if they lose the semifinal match, he's like, oh, well then, it was nice knowing you.
But he doesn't try to back a horse in the semifinals?
Not in the semifinals. Not until the finals.
Or the big swerve is Ambrose is the guy because he's the only guy out of all 4 of them he hasn't gone
Triple
up to.
H hasn't gone
Oh,
up to.
I think that's definitely where they're going.
Yeah, because he went up to Roman, he's gone up to all of them.
Well, if you're trying to make Reigns the top face, you might as well take the top face and make him a heel.
Right. And he's the guy, his 2 best friends in the world
But the only thing is,
betrayed him.
Ambrose will get such a huge pop if he does win, even with Triple H at his side. I think at the pay-per-view, I think the next Raw they can cement the heel face thing. But I think at that Raw, at that Survivor Series, Ambrose going over Reigns in any fashion will be huge.
It's going to be honestly, it's going to be hard to make Ambrose a heel. I think.
I mean, you could do it on the next Raw and just do some
I don't necessarily
wicked heel
think
stuff.
So. I think everyone forgets that he was the one that everyone thought was going to turn heel when the Shield was about to break up.
Well, he could come out and cut a Raw promo and be just super heel Ambrose.
Like, people forget how good of a heel he was in the Shield.
No, he was great. Yeah.
You know, the fact that Rollins turned was the swerve at the time. People don't realize. People don't remember that. But he was such a natural heel that everyone thought that he was going to be the one to turn.
Yeah. And he was great at it. I just think now at this point, so many people are behind Dean Ambrose. It's going to be hard to get. Say him and Reigns have a feud. Ambrose is a heel, Reigns is a face. Good luck. Good luck getting the fans.
That's what I'm saying.
that.
Like, I think at Survivor Series, no matter what happens, I mean, no matter if Ambrose goes over in any way, it's a huge pop.
And I think you're right. I think that night it'll be a huge.
But I think you could
face
solidify
reaction,
at the next Raw,
and then they'll fix it.
And they'll fix it at the next Raw, making Ambrose the heel.
Definitely.
I think the best option is
kind of like when Stone Cold beat The Rock at WrestleMania with McMahon's help.
Yeah.
It was still a huge Stone Cold pop, and then they had to work to make Stone Cold a heel.
Everyone knows Vince McMahon wants Roman Reigns to be the next monster babyface, whatever. The best thing to do, in my opinion, is if you're going to do anything weird, Reigns has to go heel, because Ambrose can be a white-hot babyface, in my opinion.
Right.
And then eventually, then you do something to where Reigns becomes the guy. But if you try to do it to where you keep making everyone want to love Roman Reigns, and then you turn Ambrose heel, I think it's going to backfire. I think it's going to blow up in their face.
Yeah, but does he have the patience? Because McMahon has wanted Reigns to be the guy for almost the past year now, at least.
I know.
And for him to keep putting that on the back burner.
Plus, he sells a lot of merch.
Yeah.
But and you got to think, if I think he's going to be a bigger star still chasing the title than necessarily having it.
I just think Ambrose he's that outlaw, he's that vigilante, he's that mix of Brian Pillman and Stone Cold that people want to get behind. And eventually he could become a heel, but right now, him chasing after a title that Roman Reigns has because of collusion with the evil authority, that has the settings for an amazing feud. Just Ambrose constantly.
I think either way has the potential for an amazing feud. That's why I'm really invested in seeing the show.
But basically, it's Ambrose and Reigns in the finals.
It's definitely Ambrose and Reigns.
That's what we're saying.
For sure.
Definitely Ambrose and Reigns. It's just a matter of who's going to turn heel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or if neither of them turn heel and then Sheamus comes in and plays spoiler. And
also might happen.
Cashes in the briefcase.
Johnny, when you said weird, I thought you were going to say someone was going to be putting an egg at the beginning of the show.
Let's hope so.
Tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
Let's hope.
I don't know how else you get Carlo into the
Survivor Series.
If I'm booked, I'm happy, right?
Your flight's booked, right?
If you're me to be the cooker and you get me on
not
TV,
booked, Terry.
I'm not booked, Terry.
I don't do tricks.
I told you.
Let's get to the contract signing.
Is that chocolate?
Paige and Charlotte. Wow, this took a turn I wasn't expecting.
Yes. Yes, sorry.
We're still quoting Beyond the Mat.
We're just having fun
I know.
recording again. I'm sorry.
I know.
Chocolate?
Okay. This contract signing went a direction that I did not expect.
Well, first of all, a Divas contract signing to end the go home
Hey,
episode
Definitely.
of Raw before Survivor Series. That's that's like unprecedented.
It's pretty historic. Absolutely.
That's unprecedented.
I think that's as close as we're gonna get for a while to. I mean, Divas have main evented a Raw before, but I think that's as close as we're gonna get to the main eventing maybe a pay-per-view.
Because this Raw, you actually could have flip-flopped, and it could have been a standard Raw before a pay-per-view match.
Right,
end
right.
with the Undertaker thing.
Have the contract
the way the
signing at
match
the
is
beginning.
built.
it was different.
Right. But I think that line hit, and we'll obviously get to it. But I think that line that Paige hit made it to where it had to be at the end. Right. You couldn't open the show with a line like that.
Yeah.
No.
And plus, coming off the Ronda Rousey home stuff, it's like the women were the main event. Like I think they had a women's semi main as well.
That went the distance, yeah.
You know, you've got two women in the other side. They were in Australia and they're main eventing. So who says the girls can't do the same?
Yeah.
You know, and it got personal. Charlotte mentioned her late brother, and she said, you know, I'm here because I want to fulfill his dream. You know, and Paige is like, I've been using you since day one, and Charlotte's like, dude, you're not even a champion. Stop. You know, I've been whatever. You're not using me. I'm the champ. And then Paige says, no one will have your back this Sunday. She calls out Ric Flair. And then I don't know what her exact quote was about her brother. Something about...
She said something along the lines of, you know, you've got a lot of fight in you, but...
unlike your brother.
Yeah, your baby brother didn't have a lot of fight in him.
Oh, it was so personal.
That was...
Yeah. And then Charlotte attacked. It went to the outside.
Right.
Barricades involved. And then they finally separated them both.
Right.
Paige got her jacket ripped. I mean, kudos to having them close out the show. And... they made it real personal real quick.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that line. I think if you're going to get people invested in a Divas match based on a storyline that doesn't have to do with jealousy or anything like that, I think that going this personal is the way to do it. I know, but
it's just like, it's such at a personal level.
Especially
it's not even that old.
Didn't he pass away from a...
drug overdose?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just like, and that's your brother. Like, I have a brother, and I couldn't imagine doing that.
Sure. And it's, I mean, like, you know, obviously... Charlotte okayed it, you know.
Yeah, but I just can't believe she'd okay that.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't just her. It was probably. I'd like to think she went to the family about it too.
Absolutely. But I think, you know, it was the same thing as when CM Punk dumped out the ashes of Paul Bearer, you know, in his build up to the Undertaker.
And Percy would have been totally okay with it.
We're dealing with, you know, real life death here.
Yeah.
But if the right people okay it, and if the right people, you know, give it their blessing, then I think it's a very powerful
and anyone who knew Percy like we do, or like we did, knows that he would have been like, okay, go ahead. Of course, yeah. Like he would have been. He's all about the business. He's totally cool. It would have been cool Punk doing.
You know, but it's in wrestling, in pro wrestling in 2015, you've got to kind of push it to the edge in terms of what tools you use to tell your story, and I think that that's what they did here.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're gonna get that personal, it could have been down the road. Like I think this match had enough build up already.
But who's to say that it's even going to go much further down the road?
Maybe it won't.
Yeah. And to put the contract sign where they put it, you have to. I mean, I didn't like it, but it's something you had to make it like holy.
Right.
Because it did close out the show.
Exactly. Because what kind of a go home line would cause that sort of a brawl and not feel completely phony?
Yeah.
Other than, you know, this.
Yeah. Well, it ended with a whole big melee. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. And I'm looking forward to the match on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think is going to happen with that one?
I think Charlotte retains.
Yeah, I think you got to keep on Charlotte for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think keep on Charlotte for a while. Especially after okaying a promo like that.
Right.
I wonder if other feuds develop somehow.
You know, you got to think they're going to have Brothers of Destruction versus the Wyatts, women's title, and then the championship finals to close the show. But I hope that at least they get an NXT amount of time.
Oh, hell yeah. They need to. After this, you better give them time.
Right.
The question is, what other feuds will develop from this?
From this title match?
With the rest of the roster. I mean, we haven't seen...
There's a lot of girls.
Yeah.
They've introduced a lot of girls and they haven't done anything with them. So now it's like, we still don't even know who attacked Natty.
Mm.
Well,
I think... I feel like someone in chat roll, either on this or when I was on SmackDown, said that they kind of mentioned it and then forgot about it.
Right. So, needless to say, everyone's looking forward to it. We are all looking forward to it. We're going to have to watch late next Sunday because we have a taping.
We got Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, y'all.
If you're in
we're
SoCal,
up against some stiff competition.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy day. If you're in SoCal this Sunday, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, we have a TV taping. Our last one was phenomenal. It was so much fun.
Right.
So we really need a turnout. So come out and support the show. You're going to see a lot of great matches. You're going to be there. You're going to be there.
It's my last
Hell,
time.
Eddie might be there. I don't know.
You never know.
You just come chop me on commentary. During a match, run in.
Could I run and jump over the barricade?
There's no barricade.
Well, I'll run into the front row over the chairs.
What's Eddie Pence doing in the Hollywood zone?
Just ref me and Brett.
That's it.
Just a chop to the chest, and then I'll run off.
I'd rather be in the main event than breathe.
Chocolate?
It's a chocolate.
Oh.
Carlo Cannon, put yourself over, brother.
You can find me at
tell me you're
Carlo
the
Cannon.
gobbledygooker.
I'm not the gobbledygooker.
You can find him at Gobbledygooker.
At Gobbledygooker, right? Gobbledygooker 1, right? Gobbledygooker 1?
Gobbledygooker was taken.
He was taken by the original Gobbledygooker. I'm the second. It's like Tiger Mask. There's a lot of this.
At least you're not Gobbledygooker 32.
Yeah.
Carlo, everybody's calling you Brown Rooster in chat.
Oh my.
Is that?
Oh
The
my.
brown rooster. I like it. Go with that.
Should I?
Go with that.
Thanks, Dean.
Yeah. Ty Matthews.
You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Snapchat at Ty Matthews PMA.
Oh, if you want to see any dick pics, go to Snapchat.
Please.
Oh, we can't do that on here? I'm sorry.
Don't film that.
Don't film that. Don't film this.
Ty Matthews PMA on all sorts of social media. You can find my writing in Alternative Press and on Smosh. And come out to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood this Sunday, 3 o'clock p.m. at the Ocean View Pavilion in Port Hueneme.
There it is, Eddy Pence.
Oh, hey, at Eddy Pence. Just
There it is.
Follow me for more inappropriate things said on
That's right, on Snapchat.
platforms that aren't supposed to have the inappropriate language.
I don't want your Snapchat.
The
mate.
Whistle Sports Epic
Come to my
Tour.
Snapchat.
Don't do it.
Come on.
The Whistle Sports Epic Tour rolls into Boston this week, so if anyone lives in Boston, we're going to be at the Notre Dame BC game at Fenway, which is going to be cool. And then I'm going to fly all the way back on Sunday for the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood taping. What the hell are you guys doing?
Him.
What?
Him. We can't come back.
Oh, I can come
You
back.
can't do this.
I've been here before you guys were ever.
Eddie will storm in here. But yes, I'll be in Boston this
I will knife
weekend.
edge chop everybody.
Yes, Boston this weekend at Jay Quasto on Twitter, and please follow at Whistle Sports. Episode 1 is up of the Epic Tour. Please watch it. Please support it. We're over 300,000 views, so we like that. And also, this title ain't going anywhere, y'all.
And watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood on television.
That's
We're
right.
On Saturdays, 4 p.m. in the afternoons on KDOC locally, U2 America nationally. Watch it.
Or go to patreon.com/United Wrestling and sign up. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. Wrestling and Padres this week's going to be great, too. We'll see ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Afterbuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the Afterbuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterbuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of Afterbuzz TV.
See you later.
Don't tell me you're the gobbledygooker.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.